Welcome back, everyone. Let's play Factorio episode number 3 in our Into Space series. I like these kind of clever, not clever, but fun titles. Alright, we got a lot of stuff to do here. Let's start off by making something. I'm just going to do that, which is kind of preposterous, but whoops, didn't really need to do that. Just need to get something in the inventory going. I think the next thing up for us is actually to not do that. So I can make some of these. So let's stop that. Let's go over here and collect some of the circuits. I don't think we need this stuff anymore. We're going to have the main smelting up pretty soon. So I'm just going to pick it all up. We'll get that one later. Get this one and take that. Get that going. Got some research we might as well do. Gonna see how far I can get this episode before we need to cut away. But I have a task in mind for today, at least, and that task is to get all of our well, I shouldn't say all because that number is going to grow over time, but let's at least get 2 iron and 1 copper smelting centers up, and let's get the main bus formed, because I think that is a doable task. Now it's going to require reworking some of the stuff here, but we will do that. In fact, we'll start off by doing this, canceling that, getting a little bit of this. We need to get copper going very quickly because it is, well, it's not being done. And actually, I'm going to push copper a little bit further away. It's currently 4 spaces, but let's leave a nice big gap. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay, so this is where it's going to go, which means actually it's going to go like this here and then back up. And ultimately this will be where it goes, but that's not where it's going to go right now. So that means that this won't work because that's going to be right where the line is going to be. And this is where that one goes up, that one goes there. So that's what we're working with here. Let's do something like this in reverse. And then we know kind of where everything needs to go. So this is going to be splitter. That's going to be a down. This is going to be a down. Let's grab this. It's all coming together, right? Maybe. That one's down. This keeps going. Well, we'll leave it there because it's going to have to go off somewhere. Let me get rid of this template real fast now that we kind of know where it is. Oops. Here we go. Okay, so this is a... Without the template, actually, it is kind of hard to figure out what's going on here. Let's go over here, like that. And then the good news is, this one's going to go here. Do this. Okay, and then we can go pretend... Okay, we need to be crafting. I kind of like the idea of just getting a whole bunch of gear wheels, although we have plenty of other stuff we're going to want to get. But yeah, okay, we need to get this copper up and going before we do anything else. Before I get distracted. It's very easy to get distracted in Factorio. I may get distracted more than other people even, but it doesn't really matter. Okay, that looks fine. We don't need the center one, but it acts as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. So this is where it will go in theory later, but here's where it is for today. And this one goes up, goes out. And I think we're gonna do either this. I don't know which one. The splitter could go either here or here. Doesn't really matter. I guess we can do this. In which case that won't go there. And that means the splitter goes here, which means this one comes, oops, down this way. And we're in business. Alright, so now we just need to get the coal hooked up. I feel like if I can keep like a ferocious pace of commentating and all that, then we could probably keep this episode live. But the moment that it falls apart, yeah, then yeah. And we need to return to cutting away. I mean, return to it. We need to start cutting away. Almost there. Alright, last thing we're missing a whole bunch of probably, oh boy, what do we need? Oh, okay, that's just because of this. Good, so let's get a bunch of those, which we're going to need a lot of these. So they're probably going to start popping in faster than we need to. We actually need to take them. Wow, we need power, but that's a problem we can solve in a moment just by running an electric pole over to the iron. Get me off the belt. Okay, good, go. Belt. This, that. And might as well. So I think everything's ready to go now. Yeah, we're making copper. Good. Okay, so that means this stuff down here, out of resources. They're both out of resources, so we're just going to pick those up. This is making those. So we can give it whatever electric circuit we were making. Take the assembly machines. Actually, more important for us are the electric mining drills. So let's get those. This is all done, so we'll just pick it up. I don't know if it's done, but good enough. Okay. Give you whatever you need so that we can keep going here. Plenty of iron right now. Really, we're short on the copper products. Did I make any more? Nope. No reason to be down here. 6 minutes in. Alright, we're doing alright. Gotta... Sometimes... What's the old expression? Slow is fast. Slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Alright, next order of business. We're gonna need splitters. Probably could make these... Like, what's keeping us from having enough splitters? Electronic circuits, which means copper. Okay. Perfect, because we're about to get more copper. I mean, we are taking the belt, the elevator, I like to think about it, all the way up here. You're getting copper. Alright. And basically this is the also, you know, the main belt going up here. And also, speaking of belts, I think I need more of those. Don't think I need all of these. We have quite a few splitters I just got. We probably do want this to continue up. Let's just stop them all in the same spot. Do the same thing here. That one's also going to curl. So we'll have to handle this one as well. Okay, that's that. But, I mean, for now, just getting one up and running. I mean, look at this. We got tons of iron plate now. So the problem is just making sure we're spending it as quickly as possible, which is why I typically like to do shenanigans like just get gear wheels producing. You always need gear wheels. What are we missing here? I think we just need to take out, and then we're fine. Nope, we need... Okay, here's another thing we can be doing. We just need to stop production of this, and let's start getting electronic circuits ourselves. It looks like this is going to be kind of important. And we have the copper for it, so we're good. I mean, basically we have enough stuff. Let's start putting down some temporary automation stuff here. And I also might as well use the steel from this to make some steel chests. Those are the ones we're going to be using from now on. How many of these? Okay, I have 59. That was a good number. What do we want to do here? Let's get circuit production going, which means that, and that, and that. You know what? Let's have... Wow. Use our new... Okay, so you're going to be that, and you're going to fill up. So don't have a chest for... I guess I can put one more chest in. This one could be there. Alright, good. So now we're going to make electronic circuits by, you know, I can get rid of the one that down there, wherever it is. We actually have what we need. It's great. We're not making anything, so let's go back to making something. Could probably make a few more of these. We're a little bit low on belts. Let me go to pure belt after this. Oh, you can see how it is, the pressure. It's getting to me. Let's start making this one. Because for the actual main belt, we're going to want at least 2 lines. More than that eventually, but okay, so we're going to want to do something like this. Which is going to be... So that this is in the correct position. We're going to need to come in. Split. This one's going to rotate down. This one's going to go like that. Okay, which means splitter's going to be right here. which means this one's here. Okay, there's that. Obvious what we're gonna have to do here. Okay, alright. That's actually working now. And now we just need the iron to go, and then we just need electronic... Oh, we don't have this. What are we missing? Oh, well, that's fine. Just get rid of that. Make 4 more of these. I know that we probably are okay. We probably don't need this much iron demand, but basically just getting these things set up. It's actually just the process of getting it set up that's more important here. Okay, we have electronic circuits. What are we missing right now? Iron, okay, well, look at these, are just sitting at 100. We have so much iron. We'll take it all. Eventually it'll be used, but for now, it's just gonna get stuck in my pocket. Okay, I'll make an exception. Oh, how's power? Are we going slow? Yeah, power is a little bit low. Let's get some more of that next. How are we doing? 11 minutes in. Okay, I feel like we made good progress for the first 11 minutes in this video. I think I'm going to pick up this. I really need to completely replace this entire stuff. Basically, this is just going to be power and power alone now. Because we really don't have any need for the labs down here. It's going to be a pain in the butt. Speaking of stuff I can be doing, let's go ahead and craft some research. And I think that this is also going to be picked up at this point. We'll redeploy this. I don't want to have to worry about going down here anymore. Everything's going to be going up. I also need to... Whoa, pollution. Okay, well, you know what? That's going to be a reason to get my labs going. We're not going to build anything more, or at least I can build. We're not going to connect anything more for a while. In fact, I'm going to take these off the grid. Pollution is getting a little too high. We are definitely at risk of getting a biter attack. I'm going to have to go around... Yeah, I haven't done military yet, so... Slow down, folks. Slow down. We do have everything we need, so... Oh, but man, I need these labs to get the... Dilemma. Need labs to get the tech, but in order to get the tech, I need to avoid pollution. Alright, let's get the steel axe. Let's hope we can do that without causing too much pollution. I'll just have to keep an eye out on the mini-map. Not my favorite thing to do. Looks like these guys are hopefully starting to slow down. Almost to 100? No, nowhere near it. Okay, I think we'll be okay as long as I keep... I'll just pocket craft, you know, I'm not going to make too much pollution pocket crafting. Okay, at least we have a nice main setup. One thing I can do is make a lot of transport belt and use that transport belt. We can get things set up. So this is 2 together, which means the next one won't be for another 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I actually want 4 in the middle, so the next one's going to go here. Which means... No, 2. It's only... No, yeah, it's 4. Yeah, 4 for the roboport. So we do have a bit of a problem here. I might have to shift this whole thing over. Might as well do it now rather than later. I'm just going to pick them up so that... Whatever. Okay, so... You can't go here. We need to find a better place for you. So this is where this one goes, which means probably need to do something like this. Okay, not bad. We only have to shift... Wait, we don't have to shift over at all. Huh. Oh, yeah, we do. Just by 1. That's all I needed is, you know, more iron. Okay, but that's fine. I'll just dump it into one of these guys. In fact, the faster I dump it in, the sooner that these guys aren't going to have to pull from the lines. And I have coal for everyone. I can probably do that so that the inserters don't have to work. Okay, let's just get this back set up, since obviously I had to muck it up in order to fix this. Okay, so this has to be a splitter. This has to go down. There we go. That works. Okay. So you need your partner. And now we're in business. Okay, and you're gonna turn here actually. So we'll leave this as the 1 day. And it'll go up there for now. Okay, good. Pollution. Oh my gosh, it's bad. Okay, let me make a few more of these. We really need the next thing. Unfortunately, that means I'm gonna have to pocket craft a bunch of research. How are we doing? 13 hours and 40 minutes. I'm not sure we're gonna make it. At least this is all ready to go as soon as we can get things going. Maybe what I can do in the meantime is start putting this together. Eventually this main bus is going to happen up here. I don't even know where that's going to go yet, but yeah, I should just be putting down transport belt since that's something that is pollution free and time consuming. So it's a good thing to do right now. What did I miss here? It's going the wrong way. Should have probably just put that in the center so it would have looked nicer. But okay, aesthetics are not for... if there's no time for chit-chat, there's no time for aesthetics. We're almost there. Symmetry. 2 research labs. We could probably get a 3rd one down. Yeah, let's get 2 more. Eventually we're going to need a lot of these. And good, we have electronic circuits being made. So hopefully this isn't going to kill us too much, too quickly. That steel axes should be done. I mean, you got to think that if this is 50 and we're at 93%, we should only need 4 more at the most. So hopefully that's all we need. And then whatever we're going to need for military, which should only be, yeah, it's only 10. Which means we're ready to go, actually. We don't even need more science. We can start canceling some of these. Okay, there, we'll do that much. How much iron? Yeah, we have plenty of... well, we're actually lacking a little bit. I'd hate to do it, but we're gonna have to. Just gonna take a minimal amount of copper right now. And of course I chose the one closest to the biters. Well, potentially closest to the biters. I guess it's furthest away from these guys, but if, you know, we're in bad shape. Let's make sure that we get this going. Okay. So we're about to get the military tech. It does also go pretty quickly. This is 30 seconds. This one's 15 seconds, so twice as quickly. Do we already have enough? Yeah, we already have enough in there, I think. But definitely have enough when I do this. Okay. While that's going, we're going to go ahead and look around. Start clearing some of this stuff. Our tools are now upgraded, so the steel is... I mean, this is, I think, the fastest that your tool can go. I actually think that there's no other upgrades beyond this. So let's go look around. And maybe this is one of the areas I could cut away. I'm just going to go diagonal up first. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I remember this uranium. What I should have done is kind of pay attention to where the biter bases were, but I did not do that. Oh, let me cut away here, and I'll just do some exploration, and I'll report back later. Oh, alright, so military tech is finished, which means, first of all, we need to figure out what to do next. I don't know, honestly. Gun turrets are really good for turret pushing, which is like a really good way of doing the very early biter bases. But heavy armor will keep you alive, and I didn't pick up any fish. Have I been near water? I think I have, but I should have picked up some fish. I think I'll start off with gun research, and then basically right away we need to get to crafting this, and then just basically give me infinite ammo after that. So this is kind of a lot of biters. I might see if we can just pull a few of them away. I mean, as soon as we get our submachine gun. So, I mean, let's see. I think they're on the brink. These guys look a little bit further away. So let's do this. And let's see if we can just pull these guys a little at a time. It's dangerous. Very dangerous. Can we even do this? I think we can, but we're just gonna have to be very methodical about not dying. Ah! Well, that's a bummer. No, hurry. Stop it. Okay, we're so close. We got the gun turrets. I think we'll go to heavy armor next. I don't think there's enough in there. Oh, I really needed fish. Why didn't I get fish? To avoid the acid that's already down there too. Oh, found a spot. No. So close. Why am I pushing it? Life is on the edge. Oh, thought there was a spot there we could get to. Ah! So close. Just let me kill it. Okay, we did it. Alright, we just have one biter base left over there. Let's just go get some food. And in fact, you've kind of seen how, first of all, how reckless I can be. But you've also seen how, you know, I think this is a routine. I mean, okay, when you're that close to dying, it's hard to call things routine, but I just don't know how interesting clearing the biter bases is. There's 5, let's get 10. This fish, where'd you go? Where'd you go? There you are. Did I already heal? Oh, that was quick. Still making ammo, I see. Oh my gosh, they get back quick. So we need to kill this. Getting closer. Oof, not the right spot to stand. Oh my gosh, that was the perfect spot. Okay, good. So, that's at least one place down. I'm probably gonna have to keep doing that, but for now, let's just leave it there. I'll have to just use my eagle eyes, which I don't have. Try to pay attention to the mini-map, but we do need to keep going east. I need to make a circle. Is it enough? Can I just take a quick break? Can we do this instead? Let's take off that. Do this instead. Yeah, I think we're going to have to. We're so low on resources that at this point, it's death to us if we don't stop. And at least we have a lot of electronic circuits here. That's great. So what do we need to make? Well, I think we're going to have to... Yeah, we probably need more steel eventually, but for now, what are we doing? Let's get a little bit more. Pollution should be down now since we're not really making anything. No, the lab isn't running? Okay, yeah, I mean, I guess there's nothing to do about it. I just had to stop and think for a second. I think we need to continue to supply steel, because steel is going to be important as soon as, especially, we can get the steel armor. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to need to take iron when I need the iron. Just going to have to take it. Good electric circuit production. What else am I trying to do here? I guess we're going to get this going on. And heavy armor takes how much? 30. So we've overcooked it here quite a bit. That's as much as we need to get heavy armor, and then we can go out and okay, by the time we get out there, we should hopefully have some more automation set up, though. This, I do not want these to be connected, but for now, let me just put them down. In fact, this is where these are going, so why don't I just put them down? Okay. We'll have to face our fears and go back to the biters sooner or later, but we can do this without actually hooking up the inserters. In fact, we can even put these on. Do I have enough of those, though? Because I do want at least 2 lines of iron when I actually get my main bus going. Oops. This guy over here. I messed it up. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I was trying to balance them, but of course the one you take off from the top is, you know, this. The one from the top is the one that's already partially used. And not that I need to run over here with all this fish and stuff. Okay, but this part, again, I'm just going to go ahead and explore on my own, and then I'll come back. Okay, here we are. We're back. I didn't do much. I just... Well, let me get something crafting here, which means I need to get... Just return to the base. Some of this going. That'll work. So, I just explored to the right, and oh my gosh, there's a lot of area I did not explore to the bottom right, but I killed a base here, and I just came back because I had no stuff left to pocket craft with. You know what? I'll go off and do something more there later, but for the moment, let me exacerbate the situation by putting some copper in here so we get more of this, putting a little bit more iron. Let me get more copper for myself, more iron for myself, and I think we just gotta keep pushing. I mean, we're on a time crunch here. We've already been playing this for an hour and a half, and we're definitely not anywhere near where we need to be as far as we don't even have a main bus going, which I guess is the next step. Let's get the main bus going. So, how do I want to do it? I could... So, let's see. This is probably fine. I can probably just make this one come up, all the copper merge here. All the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this... I've been doing it wrong, man. I think this distance was incorrect. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it was fine. It was correct. Never mind. So this is where the copper will go. This is where the iron will go eventually. Just send it over this way. I can always adjust this later, but do it this way. And this will be the copper, presumably after some balancing, or I could do the balancing right here. But let's do this. And get this one going as well. Heavy armor is now finished, so that's another reason why I didn't want to go too gung-ho with the biter exploration stuff, because I don't have heavy armor, but I was actually short 5 steel plate, so I couldn't do it. Let's go down here, and before I forget, get more steel plate. And I think it's going to behoove us to get some heavy armor. It's the first armor that I normally craft. I almost never craft the light armor, because I feel like it's, you know, better to just wait a little bit. I'm not going to use stone wall, because mainly the reason why I don't have time to craft it. It requires that you use stone brick, and stone brick requires you using, you know, stone furnaces to melt together stone effectively. Just don't have time for that. Nobody got time for that. Automation 2, definitely what we're going to be looking forward to very, very soon. We can probably get away with Automation 1 for Red Science, which is coming up next, basically. I think the next step was Red Science, and then immediately, as soon as you have Red Science, of course, you need a place to offload that, which is your research center. And I have a pattern for my research center, which I'll use. I'm not sure. I really don't know. It's kind of the same thing as Kerbal Space Program. I don't know what the meta is, quote unquote meta, what people are generally doing. We'll save this until we have red science being able to be processed. So I don't really need to pocket craft anymore red science. I think that we're fine all the way through this, really. We can definitely get green science going. Is there anything else I would benefit from getting now? Don't really care about lights. This will lead to lasers later. Am I going to go for a no lasers thing? No, I'm doing that in another game, so I'm going to use lasers in this one. I guess getting stone wall isn't a bad thing. Electronics makes the most sense next. It is going to occupy, I mean, it is going to... Let's do this. Yeah, I'll do it. It is going to occupy, I mean, create pollution, basically. And I did create some of this, so let's do that and that. Okay, so let's also... get some more steel going, just a little bit. Make sure we're taking the electronic circuit when it's there. And now I think we're ready to do our first bit of magic with the main bus, which is going to be red science. And I want to try to take this as far as I can before we do that, because there's always some things you're going to miss. Red science is not necessarily the most important one to do first. Oh, here's something. We need to make sure that we're... I know I didn't want to create pollution, but now it's time. Start creating a ton of pollution. And maybe I'll take a break. I mean, I should be looking at my minimap every so often. Just make sure I don't see biters coming flooding my way. That bottom right is troublesome, to say the least. I'll come back for that. I don't want to pick it up and then mid-grab end up with stuff in my inventory. We're looking good here, though. Alright, so we have our 2 for our first main bus. We have 1 for the copper, which just needs to find its way onto the actual pad, which we can do now. It's so funny, you feel the pressure so intensely when you're trying to do this No Time for Chit Chat. And I remember feeling this way when I was trying to do it before as well. I don't know, this might have been too early to turn on because I frankly think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we want at least 12, so let's go ahead and get some more of this. So I'm glad we did, whoops, that one's not in the right spot. Do at least this much more. And in theory, this will keep going up as well. I mean, look how much further behind this one is. Alright, just keep going. Okay, keep putting them down. Because this is going to last us for quite a while. I mean, obviously, once we have these up, I'm probably not going to I'm not sure if I'll revisit them for steel furnaces. I may just leave them here until we can get electric furnaces. Which, you know, is going to have its downsides if I do, but... mainly slower crafting, kind of a delay in general, the production of iron and copper, all the things. Pretty easy to replace, but the problem is I just hate the fact that you have these resources that end up being nothing. Oh, God. By nothing, I mean you can't do anything with them. Like stone furnaces, at least you can turn them into boilers. Not that you often do, but... you don't need that many boilers, basically. So you do end up wasting kind of a lot of them. We need all these things, and then we need more iron. Well, that's, let me tell you, we're in business there. There's more iron. A lot more of these. How are we doing? 13 minutes. Just constantly gotta keep tabs on how we're doing. And then... oh, missed that one. These are just placeholder. Why did I... oh, those are left over from the actual original template. Alright, looks good. We're set for that. We're set for this. We could go a little higher here. Might as well. Want some solid lines. And as soon as we get this going, boy oh boy, I'll be happy I can walk away and have science being done as we go. More pocket crafting this. I'll just do the rest. And I will get more materials to supplement whatever the problem is, whatever the reason why we had to stop. Alright, that is looking good. Okay, so that's something at least. We have lines which are leading the way. Everyone's favorite, these super long bus lines. And yeah, I typically do, I'm not sure what everyone does, probably everyone does the same thing, who knows. Again, I don't really know the metas anymore, but I like to do, not like that, I like to do lines of 4 with 4 spaces in between. This makes it really easy to do red transport belt, to do obviously yellow transport belt, to put something of significance like a roboport in between. Lots of things like that. So this works really well. Now how's our, oh man, we haven't reached that group of 4, that cluster of 4 up there, so maybe we're not doing so bad as far as pollution goes. Enough so that I need to get more something. Whatever's limiting me here. So it's more circuit zoom, but in the meantime, I know that transport belt's going to be important. Just be making transport belt until the end of days. Probably I should do is get this going on. This will be transport belt. We'll just make a ton of it. Okay, this will be given iron as well, and then you will feed your gains into that. No, that's not what I want. I mean, that is, in theory, what could happen. But no, that's not what I want. How do I get you to stop? Gotcha. Take that away. I only want one for the finished product. I'll put here. Oops. There. Guess I'll put it right here. Okay, so make it to your heart's content, which is probably not going to be that much. It'll be 100 of them at least. I think it's 100. That'll be something. Okay, I will come up here and gather more for myself. Start making more. Yeah, okay, good. So that's a lot of pollution and all that, but I think this is important to do. We have steel armor, so we're not going to die so quickly. And look at that. I think it's basically time to call this video to a close. I didn't get to red science this time, but I really wanted to. I feel like we could just make a mad dash for it. Although I need automation up to do that. And I don't have automation. I mean, I need... Okay, I do have enough. I actually have enough for the entire segment. Can we do it real fast? Maybe. Okay, I need iron and one thing of copper splits. Gotta remember with the... I need to trim that. This is gonna go up like for forever, so we can just keep building it as far as we have transport belt to build. Speaking of transport belt, always more. 18 of this, let's get a few more, let's get a few more of that, and then more iron so that we can make more of the things. Always somebody who's a generous contributor down here, these stone furnaces. These guys look good. Okay, that was pretty new apparently, but... More transport belt. And more inserters too. I don't think we need red for... Oh, we actually would like blue, but I can get away with it. Alright, I think we're far enough. Maybe we'll just start putting our first thing down over here. Where do I want science to go? To the left or to the right? I'm going to say to the... I don't know. In fact, I'm going to cut away here. Perfect timing. I'm going to go back and look at the original map. I need to take a look and see where this water goes. Some considerations just in my brain, right off the top of my head. I'm looking at where water goes. That's going to be where we're going to want to have some oil. Oil processing takes water, so we'll want that near the water. And then where am I going to make my science? So, I mean, if I end up doing like blue chip off to the left because oil's over there, something like that, then maybe I'll want my science on that side. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll want my science on the other side. Now, that does require, and I've done this before, but it's a little bit ugly, that you run your blue... wherever you do your blue chip or, all this stuff, oil processing, all these things, if we make our labs on the other side, it means that they're going to have to run all the way over to like however many lines of belt, which could be like 4 groups of these 4 or 5 or even more, however many we decide that we need. Could be a lot of them. Anyway, I'm going to decide all the rest of that in the next episode, so I'll cut here. Until the next one, thanks for watching, stay safe, and take care.